Good afternoon, and welcome to the Dahoon Show. We're your hosts. I'm Evan Asbury.
And I'm Jake Scully.
Today, we'll be talking about the crisis in Ukraine.
And before you go at us about saying that like everyone knows about what's going on in Ukraine and like everyone knows like about Crimea, we decided to ask the Westtown student body about their opinions and thoughts on Ukraine.
Hello, Josh. Can you describe the current conflict in Ukraine, please?
No.
I don't think I know that much.
Russia, like trying to take over the country,
Yeah, I don't know.
Describe the current conflict in Ukraine, please.
Of course not.
Driver. What's happening in Ukraine right now?
Bad things.
Bad things. Hello. Can you describe the current conflict in Ukraine, please?
No idea.
In recent months, Russia has annexed the Crimea. The Crimea is home to over 60% Russians, with a small 24% Ukrainians.
Well, Crimea River. That wasn't that funny. Okay, so Crimea isn't really complaining about this this annexation that Russia has. Actually, there's a vote held about whether or not it should actually happen, and 97% of the Crimeans said they would be a part of Russia.
When it comes to the population in Ukraine, the western half wants to be affiliated with the EU.
Those liberal, smelly, stoned cyclists over in Europe.
And the eastern half, plus the president, want to be affiliated with the Russian side of things.
Those emotionless, potato-growing drunks. As for the voting in Crimea, the Obama administration believes that, according to the Washington Post, that is rigged and discounted as illegal. This is sort of like a good friend of mine, Miguel. Whenever something doesn't go his way, he just kind of denies it.
That didn't count. That didn't count, dude. That was rigged. Are you serious? That was rigged.
No, that wasn't.
That was illegal.
No,
That's not a goal.
no, I got next.
That's not a goal. sorry, but that's not a goal. Sorry, guys.
The US doesn't want to involve themselves militarily in this Ukraine conflict. They definitely are siding with the Western Ukraine, who's trying to get into the EU. They are showing this by sending them non-violent tactical gear.
This non-violent tactical gear list is comprised of tear gas, band-aids, scissors, tampons, Neosporin, 22 boxes of Captain Crunch, and 600 copies of the critically acclaimed movie Mamma Mia. One of the reasons why Eastern Ukraine doesn't want to join the EU is the fear that the Russians will bump up the gas prices.
That doesn't really matter anyway, because Russia has completely cut off Ukraine's gas supply as of recent events. Because of this, Ukraine has only half of their gas supply as they originally had.
No gas.
According to BBC, in recent events, Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin has been talking with the EU to reach a compromise in the crisis in Ukraine. According to Putin, the talks were good and positive, but according to his spokesman, they were full of misunderstandings.
Well, that does not make any sense.
On a much more serious note, the crisis in Ukraine has reached a significant death toll, reaching to around 3,000 people.
298 of those people were killed in a plane crash on Malaysian Flight 17 when pro-Russian separatists mistook the commuter plane for a military cargo plane.
Thank you for watching the Dahoon Show. I'm Jake Scully.
And I'm Evan Asbury. And stay classy, San Diego.